And I put out there your next 90 days. And the reason why that's so crucial is because I really find that when you can really focus for just 90 days at a time, then everything seems so much more simple. And I think people respond to simplicity, especially if you're brand new in the business. I think that you get really excited and be able to respond to the simplicity of being able to work, knowing that there's an end date, where you can really get going. And of course, there is no end date in isogenics because this is a journey. But when you give yourself small little goals to work on, working quarterly, then I think that really produces some great results, not only for yourself, but for your organization. And, I'm going to have to apologize for just one second, but I can't actually see what's going on because of this big screen is in the way. Okay, I just fixed that. All right. So first question I want to ask you guys is, where is your head right now? As I'm about to, show you how to unroll these next 90 days, I really want you to ask yourself, where am I at right now? And really take a minute to assess where you and your business are currently at. And, how many cycles you're at, how many business partners are you working with, how many consultants do you have, how many hours have you been putting in or you're willing to put in, because this is a brand new you and a brand new 2012, and where would you really like to be at? And as you kind of set these goals, some of you guys might be saying right now, I have no idea, I don't know. Don't worry, I'm going to give you some tools to help decide that. But I really want you to think about more than isogenics-wise. I want you to ask yourself, where you actually want to be in your life in the next 90 days. What would making an extra, $3,000 to $40,000, what would that actually do for you if you could actually achieve that? Because the possibility is there, which means that if other people have done it, so can you. So I want you to think about what you would be able to have based on the amount of money that you're looking for. And as you guys know, I'm very business-minded. If you've ever seen any of my webinars, I love this product. I think it's phenomenal. If you really want to get re-motivated or re-fired up, go do another cleanse. Go put those products in your body. Get that fire in your belly about being able to start new. And I love the products that they allow us to do that. But we're going to talk a lot about business tonight. So the first thing I want you to do is make a decision, okay? Just decide, where do I want to be in 90 days within my isogenics business, and that because our product is so physically involved, ask yourself where you physically want to be in 90 days. And all of these things can be combined. And so that's what's so exciting. So, you want to ask yourself how hard you would work if it was just for 90 days, okay? And really put this in your head, because a lot of times people get in and they enjoy the product and they love it, and they make a couple $100 here or there. They're making a hobby check because let's just face it, our isogenics comp plan is very lucrative. Okay, so but what if you really want to take that $100 and you want to change? And how much work would that be? Would that take you if you knew you were just going to be working for 90 days? Okay, if you could just take from here to March, for example. And I want you to write down your 90-day goals. Pull out a calendar, and I want you to set the tone for not only for you, but for your team. If something's really written down, you know that you're doing it. It's on the calendar. It's happening. And one of the first ways I tell people to set the tone or to set their schedule is by, really asking themselves what's most important, right? If you had, if you held up your hand and you had 5 options, you might say that the most important thing is my family. And then the second thing might be, your spirituality. Or the third thing might be business. And then after that, you'll have all these other recreational activities you might have to take your children to or things that you're involved with. But find out what's most important on a scale of, 1 to 10 or whatever, what's most important that I take care of, and fill your whole calendar for the month or for the next 90 days, especially, out with all of those activities and those things you normally know you're going to have to do. Like, for example, in our area, every Tuesday night, we have a business opportunity meeting. We have an isogenics get-together. So in my organization, people always have written down or put in their calendars where they can be reminded that Tuesday night is the meeting that they're supposed to invite guests to. And the reason why that's so crucial is because, they're already going to have, when their kids have parent-teacher conferences, when there's a deadline for, what might be their full-time job while they're working on their part-time. But you've got to be scheduled if you want to treat it like a business. If you want to move from it being a hobby check to an actual paycheck, you've got to fill out that calendar and write down all the things that you're already committed to doing. And then you can find the time to fit in where you need to prospect, where you need to meet with your team, when you need to, the deadlines for your goals. Put a deadline to your goal. You know, if you want to be a 2-star golden circle by March, you know, then you need to put that down on the calendar. I was supposed to be a 2-star by March 30th. And so you need all those goals written down in there, okay? You know, and I have kind of some examples here, but I've pretty much been talking about that. When will you present? When will you meet with your team? When will you rank advance by? How much money is that? And if you don't know how much money a 2-star makes, or a 3-star, or 4-star, or 5-star, or 1-star, okay, go in and refer to the 2011 income statements that Isagenix has in your back office. Pull it out, print it out, take a big fat look at it, digest it, and decide where you want to be based on the amount of time you have for your activities. And so, see, if you really break it down and you get scheduled, then all of a sudden things get really exciting, okay? And, you know, Kathy Cooper says this, and she's built a 6 and a 7-figure, or three 7-figure, okay, my name's Adrianne. She built 3 different companies to 7 figures, and she says if it's not written down, then it doesn't exist. Now, that's very powerful. Now, I know that some of us have a lot of new technology these days. We've got reminders and things on our phone, and trust me, I'm one of them. If my phone doesn't beep at me, generally, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. But there's something really rewarding and fulfilling about writing down the goal. If it's written down, it exists. It's there. It's in our universe, okay? So that's what I like about that quote. Now, this is my favorite part of this whole presentation. I promise you. Just bear with me these next couple slides. Everything else is going to be logistics. But you have to have your heart set on that 90-day goal, or any day goal, really, right? Because heart set versus mindset. If something's on your mind, right, you know you're supposed to do it. It's there. It's waiting for you, right? You know, that kind of thing. But you may or may not do it. You may or may not get around to it, right? You may have forgotten about it. That is mindset. That's not heart set, okay? The goals you write down have to resonate with you. You have to feel a burning desire in your heart that they must be fulfilled. And you'll do anything to get them accomplished. And I mean anything, okay? If it's in your mind, then you may get around to doing it. If it's in your heart, nothing will stop you from accomplishing your goal, okay? And I have this picture of Roger Federer there. He's got mindset, but he's also got heart set. He wants to win. You know, he's sweating down there. He wants to win. It's important. It's got to be that important to you. And motivation, you guys, it comes from the heart. Okay, you get motivation from internal sources, not externally. Now, don't get me wrong. Buying a nice car, you know, having a beautiful home to live in or things to come home to, fun toys, that is essential. I personally think you need to have those things, okay? Because they're irreplaceable in my life. I love having a new car. I just bought a brand new Lexus. I love having beautiful things, all right? But I didn't purchase those things because they're just an external thing I wanted. I could have dreamed about them all day long and never taken action. But I'll tell you, the action came from, you know, I need this. I felt it. I felt like I had to move forward. Those things had to be accomplished. And that's where it came from. You know, your kids, you know, they're my biggest motivation. You know, if you don't have children, find something that you must accomplish. You've got to lose that 100 pounds. And in the process, you're going to make sure you share about it. Share everything with everybody about your whole process. But nobody can motivate you to do. But you're the one who has to actually do. I hope that makes sense. So you've got to love it. You've got to crave it. And you've got to feel it in your bones. And here's a perfect example. This is a person that's drowning, right? Kind of a creepy picture. But if that was you, how would you be feeling right now? You would be looking for something. You would be searching for it crazy because you had to get that breath of air. That is the difference between heart set and mindset. It's got to feel that much to you. All right? And that's what I love about when you set your goals. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's not the right goal. Or maybe if you ask yourself, if you throw out there, oh my gosh, I want to be a 6-star golden circle. 6-star golden circle isn't the goal. Making $250,000 a year isn't even the goal. All right? Plus, what you want to do is you want to find out why it's so important that you have that particular amount of money sitting in your bank. Why you would feel it already there even before you took action, okay? That's what I'm talking about. And here's a perfectly great example. I always sit down with my team and they tell me their ultimate dreams, their ultimate goals, and and here's what's really neat. Okay, so everyone has these ultimate dreams, these ultimate goals. Let's say that your biggest dream is that you wanted to be the biggest promoter of the free enterprise system, of being able to help thousands of people, gain freedom, right? Peace of mind. It's not just even about the bills, it's the fact that you can do what you want when you want, right? They want this goal for themselves, but they're working a 9-to-5 job every day. Do you think it's going to be hard for them to get their heart set on that ultimate goal when they're not taking action on little steps to get them out of there? That's what I'm talking about. You want to figure out what makes you most happy in the moment. Okay, that's where the motivation comes from. It comes from the heart. And whenever you feel yourself, going throughout your day, you really want to tell yourself, you want to say, just reach for a happier thought. If you're not happy what you're doing, reach for the happier thought. And that happier thought has got to be those goals that you've set. You've got to want it, all right? It's game day. And that's why I put this out there, because it's game day, guys. We're working quarterly, and it's game day now. And I put these pictures on here. When it's game day, you're going to take some hits, and you're going to hold on to the ball still. You're going to stay focused because you've got your schedule set, all right? And you can see here, I love this picture of Michael Jordan. Look at all those other people just staring at him. There's going to be a moment where everyone's going to be staring at you, and you need to decide to follow through or pull out. So don't pull out, you guys. Once you get those goals set, you're going to just go for it, all right? And now it's game day, so let's get your head in the game. So we're going to talk about the double PIDs, and I'm not going to go specific into detail about each one of these items, but I want you to, okay? I need you to do the homework, because I can tell you everything about them, and you're still not going to get it. I trust me, because I'm one of them. I'm a very slow learner, okay? So I think the slow learner is the best teacher. If the paper's not printed out, it's not in front of me, and I haven't looked at it, I always say, instead of look, I say digest it, is because I want you to understand how to work those double PIDs for your team. Get your team those rebates, okay? Go for executive in 30 days. Train using the tools, right? The 3K 30 days. That's my favorite training right now. And you're going to plug into the BDP team. You're going to plug your team in here so that they can, get recognized. Did you know there's a new recognition tab on our How to Get Going site? And you can suggest people to be recognized in your team. So you want to start participating in that. Team recognition is so crucial to growth, okay? So make sure that you plug into the team and you know what's available to you. So real quickly, double PIBs, you guys, make sure, because I hear people say this all the time, they get somebody signed up, they have them order a 9-day program, and then they say, oh, by the way, if you get one more or two more people to enroll with the 9-day program, you're going to get a rebate. Not true. You've got to look at those qualifying packages. The 9-day system doesn't count, all right? The Kosher products do, the President's Pack, the Pace Setter, the Business Builder, and the 30-day program, and the 30-day cleansing and fat burning program. That's where the double PIBs start. Now, this is neat, okay, because I know that this is really small handwriting, but that's why I want you to go print it out. I didn't expect you to read it here. I want you to go find it in your back office and read it. But if you look at the President's Pack, it's $80 product introductory bonuses. Now, if you don't know what a PIB is, or if you lose your presentation while you're there, okay. Then what you want to do, I'm just going to keep talking. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you understand those PIDs, because that $80 on there, okay, hold on, guys, is doubled. And so what happens is 80 plus 80 is 160, correct? And so what you want to do is you want to be plugging into those. We're back. Okay. Because what's going to happen is once you get those people going, think about that. Think about leading with the President's Pack and thinking big, all right? Don't think small, but think big. For every 2 people that come in, that's $160 per person up front just for coming in with the President's Pack. Don't fool yourself. There are people out there that want that President's Pack, and you've got to offer it to them. And so that's something I'm really taking action on. And I really want you guys to take action on that too, is understanding the packages and understanding how to get your team those rebates, all right? And then it says, take action, and it shows you all this good stuff. But you're going to go do that. You're going to go find that in the back office, and you're going to find out how to get those double PIBs and start working those with your team over the next 90 days. Very important. because they go till August, they go till celebration, and who doesn't want more money up front? And so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to check out this executive status, all right? And you're going to print these out for your teammates. And, well, no, you have them go print it out and digest it too. So they only know what they know, and they don't know much until you start explaining some things to them. So executive status. Now, why we want to hit executive status is, oh my gosh, so many reasons. If you're looking to build an organization that makes a lot of money, okay, let's say you want to be like Hillary Clinton, you want to make over $100,000 per month, okay? You don't think that she pulls this sucker out and she fills it out with her new enrollee? She does. She's got these babies laying around everywhere, and she's printed them out, and she's asking her new person enrolled, who do you know that could use more, that would like to lose weight? Who do you know that would like to get fit? Who do you know that wants to live a long, healthy life with our product B? Who do you know wants to make a ton of money right now? Who do you know needs to make even an extra $100 right now? And you're going to start helping them fill out that chart, and you're going to call those people with them, okay? And you're going to help. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about getting my team to executive, okay? But I'm not passionate about dragging people. That's why I've got it. I like to see it in their heart that they want it, and then we go for it, all right? And that's what's so beautiful about this. In fact, you guys, I mean, there's times where I really get into it, especially just right now that I'm running these 90 days, okay? And I tell my new teammates, I say, okay, you pull out a list of names, and whether you're there or not, if I have time to call some of your people on my own without you even there, is it okay if I do that? I ask permission because I want to help them make that introduction where there might not be. Just do it. Just get it done and run to that executive, okay? That's what they call it, running to Crystal Executive. Now, here's a tip for you. Did you know that when you have one person on the left side hit Crystal and one person on the right side hit Crystal, you can participate in the extra bonuses, in those bonus pools, you guys. Those bonus pools, that big money where, you know, people like Lisa Hagedorn and Linda Hagedorn and Lisa Tamayo have been making, you know, upwards of $10,000 to $40,000 extra. It's insane, so exciting, and that's what you want to be in. But if you can get one person on the left side and one person on your right side to go Crystal Executive with you, you are on your way. That's why this is so important. Again, I want you to pull out this rank advancement bonus document in your back office. All right, and I want you to go check it out. Now, if you are not training your people with 3K 30 days, that is nuts. Okay, I love 3K 30 days. Everything I'm going over right now is pretty much in 3K 30 days. You know what? Go watch 3K 30 days if you haven't watched it yet. So important. If you're brand new, you've got to start training on this 3K 30 days and start implementing what Kathy says to do. She's giving you examples. She's going to also walk you through. She's going to do a phone call with you so you see how to do the phone call, okay? So I hope you guys are kind of feeling my system, okay? When people first come in, the first thing I'm going to do is pull out these important documents, the memory jogger, the executive break advancement chart. We're going to talk about the double PIBs, the certain packages, and we're going to follow our schedule that we've set because I want my new person to set their schedule too, right? I need to know when it's okay to call Mika or when it's okay to call Adam. You want to find out, okay? And then you want to duplicate and move your team forward. Duplicate and move your team forward. Well, what does duplication really mean? It means that there are other people in your team besides you that are doing these same steps. And because they're scheduled, they're treating it like a business. And all their new people that are coming in, they're pulling out a memory jogger. They're getting their names. They're pulling them through the executive rank advancement chart. They're filling it out. They're helping them understand how they can make those $100 for every consultant made. They're going to help them follow a schedule by helping them set their own schedules, finding out what's most important to them, then filling in all the other blanks is where they have that extra time to work their business, and they're going to do it. And then they'll move forward too. And notice at the bottom it says all documents are found in your back office, in the tools section, in the library section, under business materials, okay? So I really want you guys to get familiar with your own site so that you can start duplicating and moving forward. All right, what will you accomplish with consistent action in just 90 days? Have you ever thought about that? How many of us have consistently worked on our isogenics business for 90 days, never let off the gas, not once? Now, if you can plug that into your brain, then all of those things, all the emotion that you can attach towards reaching those goals, then, you guys, it's game over. And you just get that ball rolling and you just start to move forward. And that's what I'm doing these next 90 days with my team. And let me tell you what happens after that. This is what a team looks like when they're victorious. Look at how they feel. Notice that they probably got hit in that game. It probably was hard. They probably got hurt a little bit, a little beat up, but they didn't let it stop them because they kept looking for the happy times. They kept focusing on the achievement. How will I feel when I have that goal, right, achieved with my team? How will I feel when I have one person on the left side crystal executive and one person on the right side crystal executive, and we've made it into those bonus pools? That's the key here, okay? That's the picture. That's the emotion I want you to feel. And be committed. You've got to be committed. The definition of commitment is doing what you said you would do long after the feeling of excitement has passed. See, a lot of times when we first get into isogenics, you guys, you get so excited. We're in love with the product. The product's phenomenal. It speaks for itself, right? And we forget to tell people about this beautiful business that we have. And we want to make a commitment to ourselves to start doing that and to start sharing with our team these basic, simple steps and start reading over those basic documents so that we can be the committed person that we know you are. And that's what's so exciting about this. I really want you to be committed here. And start new every 90 days. Nobody said you had to stop. What would happen if we started, there's one thing to be committed for a whole 90 days. It's another thing to do it quarterly. Set your quarterly goals. Be a winner, not a quitter. Be consistent over time. Consistency over time is success, you guys. And you want to stay enthusiastic every 90 days by starting as if you're brand new. And I mean that. Every 90 days is game day, okay? It's a new game day. And you really want to grab that in your brain, okay? Set your team up for success. Help them duplicate, and just keep swimming. I love this little Dory picture with the fish there where, she's lost all over the ocean. She doesn't even know half of what she's doing. She's a brand new associate, and she's just keeps swimming. And that's what this whole webinar is about, is to be able to you to go back and really be able to, digest even this webinar and get your team into a system, get them moving towards the path to success. And that's what's so, beautiful about that. So, real quickly, I guess I just want to say thank you guys. If you guys have any questions, you can punch them down on the screen below. I might be able to see them. I'm going to really close out so I can do this for you. But that's just, I love it. I love this system. I love this company. It's just such a beautiful progression. Everything in this company just keeps going, and going and going. The products themselves, they're so, I call it sustainable health. I really believe that what we have here is the tool for people to live a long, healthy life. And, if you want to live a long, healthy life, then you don't want to have financial problems in the process. You want to be able to live a long, happy, fulfilled life, where you feel like you can relax at some point. But get into the game right now. And I promise if you get into the game, even these next 90 days, it's going to be the difference in your business, especially if you've been in for a while. It will be the difference. So let's just get started and stay motivated together. And thank you guys so much for being here tonight. And make sure you refer back. Next week's webinars is going to be even better. I know it. We have so many great trainers. So thank you so much for sharing your evening with me. Bye-bye.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.